My mother died and father died. Nobody paid us any attention. Every time I look around, they wanted some money.
Mm-hmm.
This and that, the other. My mother seen us going to Sunday school. I went to Sunday school. I went into church then. After my mother and father died, there were 7 of us without mother and father.
Mm-hmm.
And the oldest girl, the oldest one was 16 years old. She was a girl. The 7 of us, and she was the oldest. She was 16. From 5 to 16 years old, that's when my mother died. 2 years later, my father died. Now here we is here coming up. Well, they had in the Christian religion, especially the Methodist and Baptist, they have it's a certain time of the year what they call a revival.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
They had a revival meeting in one they put all the little children on the front bench, you know, called the moon seat, you know, and preaching, teaching us. So one night, the pastor said, "Some of y'all ain't gonna be here another year, Daddy." Well, that scared me. So that's how come I got into church. I stayed in the church until I was 18.
You stayed in the church?
Stayed in the church. I joined the church. I stayed in the church until I was 18 years old. Until I was 18 years old from that night when that minister said that. Well, my father was a class leader. My father was a class leader before he died, so some of my brothers just stepped in, you know, he was a class leader. My oldest brother. I've seen him doing things I wouldn't do. I saw the class leader, I saw things going on that I didn't like. They'd always come there, put their hands out, put some money, but never didn't Bible tell us that what is in office. I'm reading now. I'm listening. Every time they come. And so one day, the superintendent of some school, his wife was asking me about a missionary dollar. You know, a missionary dollar that we had to pay every year. So I was curious about the dollar. I can understand the pastor and the elder. Where do the missionary dollar come in? See, that come in. That's for the minister's wife and children, for the infant, what do you call it? Motherless children, and all that. I said, well, that's what I thought. So I said, well, my father was I can't call it now, in the church. I said, and nobody ever give us anything. Everything that they always come to, they want something. She said to me, she said, well, your father was not a minister. She said, your mother was not a school teacher. I said, oh, that's the way it is? She said, yes. I said, well, I'm the superintendent's wife I'm talking to now, she said. I said, well, that's for big shots in the church. And she said, yes. I said, well, let me tell you something. I said, from now on, I'll never give you $1 more for no missionary. I told my brother to take my name over that road. I don't want no more.
Okay.
I stayed out of the churches. He continued to pay, you know, for my due. But I told take my name off of that. I wouldn't prove it.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed out of the church for 20 years until World War II broke out. And when I found out that I was called in to serve in this country, I was coming from Los Angeles. One morning, I got off the train, and I was living in a hotel. I was living in a hotel. And I come down out of the cell. I was supposed to be working at Monday morning at 8 o'clock, but the train was late. I got in by 10 something, so I said, well, I'll go and make the season anyway. When I come downstairs, there was 11 long little readings from Roosevelt. And was still on the third floor. Well, I had walked out on the street just going the way. And that little one, I said there and I said, oh, Lord, I don't want to go in the army. I ain't never heard nothing other than this. I don't. I said, oh, Lord, if you just let me go through this war come like say, I said, I'll serve you the balance of my days. I'm not using my words. I'm talking to the God that put the sun up there. Look just like that. And I'm looking there and I said, if I must go, I'm using my words. Listen to me saying that. Talking to myself, you know. And I said, if I must go, I don't want to fight the Japanese. I said, let me fight the Germans. I don't want to fight the Japanese. Let me get back safe. I said, I'll show you about my days. I went through hell that morning. I went before officers. I ain't never been condemned. It's my belief, where I saw it. So when I was right, I didn't back down. And they had me up in front of over three times, but they couldn't convict me.
So Allah was with you the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking on that now. When I get out, now I thought about it. I was going to church for 5 years. See, I was on 1945, the 20th year old. I spent 3 years and 2 years, and only spent 6 months in the States. You know, my was over there, over fighting, over there. And I was going to the Catholic Church, and I got with it, Bible.
Here you go.
This Bible here. I said, it's about time, Mom. I said, it's about time for me going to fulfill my promise. I got out of the service. I got back out of it on a discharge, all that. So I was going to church. I said, I believe we're living in the last days. I said, I don't think we're living in the Old Testament. Well, they had a people going around calling them, I can't what they call them now, Jehovah's Witness. That's what it was. Jehovah's Witness. And I started reading from Genesis, not from Genesis. I skipped Genesis until I got to Revelation. And I said, this one I'm going to start reading for us. I believe we don't live through the Old Testament. I'm going to the New Testament, which is Matthew. Mm-hmm. So I was going to church and I was taking lessons from Jehovah's Witnesses 1 week, every week. Studying. But when I got to Revelation, I hadn't got. I'm sure where I had got to. I looked to tell you this because it opened my eyes, and I believe it'll help someone else. But when I got to Revelation, I'm going to show you how I read. I go to the Catholic churches. And everybody's trying to find out when I got here. It's over here. No. It's Matthew. It is.
Oh, Matthew.
I'm there. I'm trying to show you. When I got to Matthew, here's what I got. I want you to listen how this reads. I'm on the 13th chapter.
You want the 13th?
Yes, what I want. Here it is.
Yeah. Therefore, speak to. You need your glasses?
No, I don't know. But I'm looking.
You want Revelation 13th chapter.
I know it starts with. Oh, here it is.
Okay.
Here it is. Here's the thing, I'll get ready. Here's what it reads. I'm sure what it reads. Now, when I done read through Matthew and Mark and got to the Revelation, this chapter right here. Here's what it reads. The same day when Jesus
Out.
out of his house and sat by the seaside, and the great multitude were given together unto him, so that he went into his ship and sat down. Wait,
You want to get your glasses?
no, I
Let me help you out.
you read it in stop it as I go.